is it really a good idea to have a joint exploration with China pagdating po sa oil or gas at this time?
Well, that was tried no during the time of last year ni President Duterte, pumirma tayo ng Memorandum of Understanding. The basis of that of Memorandum of Understanding was the participation of China will be under the service contract system of the Philippines. Dahil sa service contract system natin, every service contract, the first whereas clause nakalagay doon, whereas the oil and gas belong to the Philippines. Tapos, there's another provision that the service contract shall be governed by Philippine law. Dahil doon sa dalawang provision na yon, I recommended to Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin na pwede as long as andun yung dalawa. So, pumayag naman ang China. Hindi naman nag-object, no? So, it was signed, the MOU. So, I was thinking na this could be the South China Sea-wide settlement for all countries, no? Sabi rin ng mga kaibigan ko sa Vietnam and Malaysia, pipirma rin sila kung ganyan. Because China will be recognizing that the Philippines owns the oil and gas. They will just participate just like Chevron and Shell. They will be a service contractor lang. Pag service contractor ka, you admit na hindi sa iyo yung oil and gas. You are just servicing the owner. So sabi ko, maganda ito. Baka this is the settlement. Pumayag ang China and then yung terms of reference, pinirmahan rin. But at the last minute, kumambyo in China. Dapat kasi sa last contract, pipirma yung China National Offshore Company at saka yung Forum Energy. Forum Energy has the service contract 72 over Reed Bank. At the last minute, sabi ng China, hintay mo na, pwede ba tanggalin natin yung whereas the oil and gas belongs to the Philippines? Tanggalin rin natin yung provision that the service contract will be governed by Philippine law. Hindi na pumayag si Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin. Sabi niya, pag gagawin ko yan, unconstitutional na. So, terminate niya. That was the basis. So, ngayon, if we revive it, yung pa rin ang problema. So, because lalo na the Supreme Court already ruled unconstitutional yung Joint Marine Seismic Undertaking. Dahil sa Joint Marine Seismic Undertaking, China and Vietnam will participate in the extraction of the oil and gas in our exclusive economic zone. And nakalagay sa Constitution natin, the state shall reserve the use and enjoyment of the exclusive economic zone exclusively for Filipino citizens. That's why yung JMSU was struck down by the Supreme Court. Pwede sila mag-participate, pero as service contractor, they are just providing services. We pay them in kind. Let's say 30-40% of the gas. Pero they have to admit na hindi sa kanila yung oil and gas sa atin. That is the fundamental problem. Ang gusto ng China, because sa China, if you go to their Ministry of Foreign Affairs website, they have a definition of joint development. Sabi nila, yung joint development means amin yung oil and gas. Out of the goodness of our heart, we allow you to participate. Sabi ko, balik na rin natin. We own the oil and gas and we allow China to participate. And we call it joint cooperation or cooperation agreement or arrangement. Basta hindi pwede joint development dahil may particular meaning yan sa China. Pag sinabi may joint development with China, you agree that China owns the oil and gas. Hindi naman pwede natin aminin yun dahil atin naman talaga yun.
Justice, kasi very interesting yung...
The same problem.
Same roadblocks to actually hurdle.
That's right.
Okay. Interesting kasi yung statement coming from the Chinese embassy. They're basically using this, they actually use the same term. No? Sabi nila, setting aside differences and pursuing joint development which you mentioned, di ba? Ito rin po yung language nila before. So
Yes.
basically, they'll be staying on their position that dapat
Yes.
joint development at kung ganon, merong pag-surrender kung papayag tayo ng ating sovereign rights. Hindi po ba?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Pareho.
Ito po yung tanong ko, Justice, no? Let's talk about leverage at this time. Kasi the fact that binanggit ito ni President Marcos na bukas siya ngayon, given the context that we have now, baka isipin ng China, teka, mas may leverage kami. Mas marami kaming control ngayon dyan sa sarili nyong bakuran at mukhang lumalabas na mas kailangan nyo kami ngayon dahil sa krisis sa Iran. So ang point ko po baka naman mas mapasama ang terms kung papasok tayo sa China sa isang joint exploration or development or cooperation agreement at this time. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that actually, yung China is in a more problematic situation dahil they get about as of last count of sabi nila mga over 20-40% of their oil from Iran, no? So pag na-block 'yun, mas may problema sila mas sa atin. So in other words, at saka if we enter into a exploration agreement with them now, baka 3 to 5 years pa bago natin ma-realize yan That is not addressing the problem today, the crisis today. So that is not the way to resolve the issue. To address the crisis today, we don't have to enter into a joint exploration with China because matagal pa bago makuha yung oil and gas. Tapos na yung crisis na ito. So,
pero nga
dapat, this should not be the motivating factor.
Pero would you advise for this administration to enter into this joint exploration kung ang framework po is what you mentioned earlier, cooperation agreement, not joint development?
Yeah, pag cooperation agreement, walang problema dahil parang in-invite lang natin, let's say, Shell o Chevron, pareho din ang terms exactly the same terms. Wala tayong problema dyan. Pero pag mag-insist sila na tatanggalin natin yung provision na the oil and gas belong to the Philippines, iba na yung meaning yan. They are not a service contractor anymore. Kasi kini-question na nila yung ownership. Sinasabi nila, amin yan. And we cannot allow that.
Okay.
Wala tayong problema sa Chevron. Wala tayong problema sa Shell because they admit that the oil and gas belong to us. So, if CNOOC, China National Offshore Company, will take that same position as Chevron and Shell, walang problema. No? Kasi they are just a service contractor.
Opo. Doon sa previous experience natin with China under President Duterte, kasi at the last minute, di ba, nagbago ng ng isipan China rito. Basahin ko lang po yung exact words ni then Foreign Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin. Sabi niya, "We got as far as it is constitutionally possible to go. One step forward from where we stood on the edge of the abyss is a drop into constitutional crisis." Okay? Would you know kung bakit bigla pong umatras yung China o yung nag-insist na tanggalin yung dalawang whereas provisions doon sa una na nilang pinag-agrihan?
That's something that puzzles me dahil when it was negotiated, alam nila na we insisted on the service contract. Kaya when they agreed, sabi ko, wow, this is a major change of policy of China. Pero at the last minute, they will not proceed without changing the terms. So baka they really planned it that way. Pinapasok tayo tapos ihirit sila sa last minute. That could be the Pero wala, it could, or they may have a change of mind. At the time they signed it, alam nila and sabi nila, this will be, kasi if you have 40% of all the oil and gas in Vietnam, Malaysia, and the Philippines, malaki na yun. Kasi ang mangyari niyan, if we continue with that, they will get 40%. And sabi ng Malaysia and Vietnam, pipirma rin kami. So 40% of all the oil and gas in the South China Sea, malaki yan. But at the last minute, they could have become greedy. Gusto nila kanila. Doon nagka-problema. But it would
Justice,
have been the best resolution, best settlement.
opo. Baka, pero syempre pag inanalyze po natin yung implications kung talagang pumayag tuloy-tuloy yung China doon po sa dalawang whereas provisions na yun, hindi po ba? Hindi parang tinatanggap nila yung arbitral
Yes.
agreement natin in 2016, hindi po ba? Dahil sa atin, yung oil and gas, hindi po
Yes.
ba? Pwedeng pakipaliwanag po yung konteksto na yun. Na kung ako yung China at pumayag ako sa terms ng Pilipinas sa isang cooperation agreement, edi parang sinabi ko na rin, tama kayo. Nire-recognize sa atin yung arbitral ruling, yung i-easy ninyo.
Well, ang ano naman, talagang under international law, yung exclusive economic zone, all the resources there, oil and gas, belongs to the adjacent coastal state. Yung exclusive economic zone natin, atin yon. Yung sa Vietnam, sa kanila yon. Yung Malaysia. Ang mangyari dyan, we are sharing with China 40%. Pero we have the ownership, but they get 40% of the benefit. But yung ownership sa atin, ang malaking bagay yon dahil they will displace all the Western companies because before that, you have Shell, you have Chevron, all the Western companies are the ones taking the 40%. So papalitan nila yon ng China National Offshore Company. Malaking bagay yon. That means they will remove all the foreign oil companies from the West. Papalitan nila. And I think that would have been a big win for China. Kaya lang, like the foreign Western companies, they agree that the oil and gas belong to the adjacent coastal state, Philippines, Vietnam, or Malaysia. Iba yung gusto ng China. Amin yung 40% pero amin din, you will recognize na we own the oil and gas. Hindi naman pwede. Dahil beside the oil and gas, madami pang minerals yan eh. May isda. There are many minerals we don't know kung ano yung nasa in the seabed, no?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yun nga po, no? So mahirap talaga makapag-deal kung ito yung magiging hardline position ng China. Opo. May binanggit kayo rin sa previous column na sinulat po ninyo, no? Yung sinasabi niyo na in joint development applicable kung merong overlap doon sa EEZ ng dalawang bansa. Wala naman tayong overlap with China eh. So paano po
wala tayo.
Ini-insist na rin ng joint development. Paano yun?
Yeah, that is the ruling of the arbitral tribunal. Walang overlap. Kasi ang layo nila eh. You have to cross the high seas before umabot ka sa West Philippine Sea. So walang overlap.
Okay. So hindi pero they cannot insist. They shouldn't insist on a joint development kung talagang gusto lang magkaroon ng discussion.
Yeah, no ASEAN state, Vietnam, Malaysia, they never agree. They have never agreed.
Justice, ito madalas ngayon actually sa mga nanonood po sa atin may mga nagtatanong, bakit ba kasi nakadepende yata tayo tila sa China para sa isang oil or gas exploration? Bakit hindi tayo pwedeng makipag-diskusyon sa ibang mga bansa na hindi katulad ng China? Ano po ba yung sagot doon?
Well, nasa atin yan. Look at Malaysia, no? At saka Indonesia. Parehong situation nila kasi yung kanilang gas nasa 10-dash line within. But Malaysia was able to do it. May political will. Sabi niya Anwar, Prime Minister Anwar, Ibrahim, sabi niya, it's a matter of national survival. We have to get the gas. So pinadala niya yung survey ship niya, yung drill ship, accompanied by the Malaysian Navy, and the US and Australian warships were there also. Walang nagawa yung China Coast Guard eh. So they were able to survey and finish the drilling. Ganyan din nangyari sa Indonesia. Sabi ni Jokowi at the time, we have to get the gas, atin yun. So pinadala niya yung drill ship together with the Indonesian Navy. At the same time, andoon yung aircraft carrier ng US. Ronald Reagan was there, no, yung aircraft carrier. Walang magawa rin yung China. Even if China before that, sabi, we warn you, you cannot do that. That's within the 10-dash line. Wala, inignore nila dahil a matter of national survival. Tayo, takot agad tayo eh. Winarningan lang tayo ng China. Kulang ang political will natin.
Pwede pa po kayang gawin ito? Do you think?
Pwede pa.
Ngayon,
Actually,
at
pwede
this
pa.
time?
Kasi the Americans have said, we will conduct a joint patrol when you go to Reed Bank. But ang gusto natin, they will be there 24/7 the whole year round. Eh, hindi naman pwede magiging security guard natin yung US Navy. They will be there when we drill. Pero after that, they have to do something else. Madami naman silang mga tasks eh.